We're live, by the way. Thank you.
We're so quiet.
Okay, we're quiet,
Yes,
but
please.
our microphone wasn't on, but it's on now. But you know what, everyone? If you were joining us and it was really quiet, we weren't saying a thing, so you didn't miss anything.
That's so funny. It wasn't
was
because
quiet.
we were
We were not like talking or anything like that. We were just getting our microphones turned on.
We're just tired.
And looks like we're both lit and we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Right,
good
Katie?
Morning. Good morning, everyone.
So-
good morning. Hope you're up and at 'em. I was going to say lit too, but you don't want to be that.
We
maybe
can
some
be
coffee.
lit right now.
Yes. I have to double
well,
check.
Katie,
Yep,
and
I'm
I want to
good.
say hello to Susie, and Gail says happy
morning, good
Friday
morning.
Eve, and Robin's
yes.
here, South Dakota Robin,
Yay.
and Diane, and hello Cheryl Lynn. She says good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And Cammie is here. Welcome, Cammie and
Yeah.
Kim. And Dawn is here from our She Shed friend, Dawn.
Oh, yay.
Who is just
that
here
Paper
in
Peep?
person.
A Paper Peep, they call themselves now.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, isn't that great?
So, Dawn, it was so nice to see you and your friends
Thank you so
this
much,
week.
Maggie. I
So
appreciate
glad
that.
you drove all the way from Minnesota.
That was nice.
And, Katie, we had
Yeah.
some special guests here from one of our vendors, and I told them that we had a group here that drove from Minnesota, and they're like, really? Are you kidding me? People do
We
that?
have people come from all over, don't
So
we?
we
Which
do.
is fun. Omaha, people come. I'm trying to
Kansas
think.
City.
Kansas
We've had
City,
Chicagoans.
Minneapolis, Chicago.
Is it Chicagoans? Or what
Yeah.
are people from Chicago?
Illinoisans.
Illini or something? Illini? Okay.
Excuse me.
Sharon just popped on, and Jean and
Yay.
Juanita. Juanita, I have
Good
not
morning,
seen you for a long
Juanita.
time. So, hello, Kathy. Memory Bound says, aka Janet, she's got a full cup of coffee.
Oh,
and
yay,
she
Janet's back.
She's ready to roll.
She's ready to link.
So, and we want to say a big thank you to
morning.
Cheryl. She was linking
Oh, she was,
yesterday,
yes.
and
Thank you, Cheryl. That
we
was
didn't even
very
ask her
kind.
to do that. You know, that's the cool people here at Memory Bound for sure. Cherie's here, Dorothy is here, and Beth
feel like I'm
jumped
just like-
on. Katie's just standing there looking pretty.
I don't know.
PJ, howdy. Natalie's here from Canada, and we got Lisa and
From
Denise.
Canada. I love that.
I know. Hello, Canada. And Betty from San Diego.
Oh, yay. I feel like we
So,
should get the map out or something.
we should get it. Maybe we need to get our map out. We had our
all coasts.
what do you want to call it? Pandemic map
Yeah, and Merrymaker's map.
and a Merrymakers where we were
Yeah.
marking where everybody was from, and it
Yeah.
is amazing.
It was so fun.
And Corrine, Katie,
Yes?
is driving through Iowa today and is going to pick up her order.
Yay!
We have it waiting for you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And there's Janie and Darlene. I just want to say hi
I
to all
know.
of Bev and Kay's here. Oh, okay. Kay is back. I'll come over here, Katie.
Okay,
So I'm not
you want to
staring
show
at you.
something
Katie?
else?
Kay
I
is
can only
back
be on
from
for so long.
Indianapolis. They took a couple of their granddaughters to see the eclipse.
Oh, there would
So
have
we'll
been
be anxious to hear
several
about
people that have shared
all the
eclipse stories yesterday.
traffic. Karen's here, and Marianne, and Linda is also here from Canada.
Oh my gosh!
And Chris says
So-
she missed days with us this week,
You
but
can
she's
go
here
back and
now.
watch. Well, so from Canada, if you're one of the gals from Canada, how did you hear about our little store in in Iowa?
I know, right in
It'd
the
be
middle of the
interesting,
right in the
yeah.
middle of the U.S.
Yeah, I always think about how we say we're the I-35 and I-80 meet is where we're
We
at.
are.
And so when I drive, I'm always like, oh, I'm going through the meeting place, between 35
I
and
know
80.
it's a good
Yeah, it's
crossover or
well, yeah, it's,
intersection.
things that I think of that are odd
Well, there's a lot of odd things, and
that I
that's
think
just
about.
one of them. Lori's here from Minnesota, and she loves
Wonderful.
tuning in every morning and spending
well,
time with
thank
us.
you.
Peggy from Ohio, Susie's here, and Tina. Hello, Tina. And Sharon popped on, and we got Catherine here
Isn't it fun to
from
see
Texas.
where everybody
It
is?
is. And Kim's from Minnesota, and we got Renee here. And oh my gosh, just all kinds of people. They just keep coming up. Chris says, oh, shoot, we have friends driving up from Missouri to Minnesota. They could stop. Yeah, tell them to stop. We'll get your stuff for them.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll come right through here.
Place yourself a really huge order, and we'll put it all in a box.
Or just a regular order is
Katie,
fine,
I'm going to. Linda says that it popped up on her Facebook feed, and now
from
she's
Canada.
Yeah, now she's hooked.
Oh my gosh! Yay!
We would love to ship to Canada. That's something we've worked on, but we don't have it quite ready to go. Oh my gosh, Aunt Katie, Ann from Sweden just said hello.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Ann from
Jean
Sweden.
from Montana.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Well,
we
better get going,
aren't we?
We are. We're coast to coast, and we're international.
I love it. I love it. International. We can literally say we're international because of Canada and Sweden. Okay. I mean, how did she hear about us?
I don't know. Maybe popped up
in
her Facebook. And
how did you? Yeah, from Sweden.
Now, Katie, this is interesting.
Okay.
Because it's going away. It's going away. Come on back. Stacy's only 20 minutes away, and she just discovered us a few months ago.
Really? Isn't that amazing?
Stacy, we're glad you found us. For sure. All right.
How long have we been here, Kelly?
22 and a half years.
22 and a half years.
Yeah, almost exactly 22 and a half.
And it also amazes me when people,
like Stacy,
and say, "Oh my gosh, I didn't realize you were
drove
here."
by. You're like, how'd you find us?
I
drove by. So the good old sign.
Yeah.
Now we are memory bound. We're located in Iowa, and Katie's here today. I'm Kelly, but Katie's here today, and she's doing all the work.
Oh, I heard about that.
She is making these adorable Winnie the Pooh cards, and this is something I don't mean to make it sound easy, but
it's
easy, and they're adorable, and she's going to show you how to do it.
Yeah.
And it involves a couple of stamps, and you might even have some of the stamps already. But Katie, before we get to you, could we just walk up front? And
I would love to walk up front. Yep.
Yesterday, our video. This was yesterday's video, and we didn't do it because we moved it to today.
Yeah. Maggie.
Oh, hey, have we
back.
said that? I think we said you were back, didn't we, when you were here Monday? So Maggie's still back. Which is good.
I finally got to see her, though, today.
Katie got to see her. Katie and Maggie were reunited today.
We were, and it felt so good.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
It does.
I don't know the rest of that
song. None of us know the rest of that song. But anyway, and speaking of Maggie, she and our team on Tuesday spent a lot of time and hard work getting this set up. And
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, my gosh.
It will be more beautiful once it's restocked.
We're out of a couple things, but they're going to be back on Monday.
Yes.
So if there's something that you were looking for and we don't have, this is the Crafty Garden.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
From 49 and Market, designed by Katie Petit. And if we don't have it, that's a cool paper.
I love that.
Just write a note on your order or give us a call, and we'll reserve it for you. The couple items that we're out of.
Yeah.
So Crafty Garden, and then we did have a pronunciation issue with the other collection, and that's ochre.
Ochre, not okra.
Not okra. You
or
eat
okra.
It's not Oprah or okra.
It's ochre.
It is ochre, and that is the beautiful.
Yeah,
here's
the yellow.
Here's the tape.
And it goes
for the ochre
so wonderfully with the garden
and
stuff.
You guys, they've got the bags. Oh my gosh.
The bags, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
A gal yesterday bought this bag. She came in because her bridal bouquet was daisies.
Oh.
Yeah, almost like 50 some years ago, and she thought this was just the best thing. And so she got one of these bags.
You're partial to daisies too,
I love
Katie.
daisies. I do like daisies.
And Janet just put a link to Crafty Garden, 49 and Market Crafty Garden, and then the ochre, not okra, but it's ochre, is also here, and that's another beautiful. And they do coordinate really nicely.
Here, I guess I can.
That's okay, Katie. I'll do all the work now, and you can work later.
All right.
But anyhow, it is
pretty.
It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh,
it is. And this is Diane's favorite.
Here's Diane's favorite paper. It's ochre paper number 4. She really likes the flower on that because it's a little different.
We're almost out of that.
So
and the daffodils. My daffodils started to bloom. I had them bloom quite a few in one spot several weeks ago when it was really nice, but my ones in my garden are starting to bloom.
So I'm glad that we've got it pronounced correctly now, and I'm a little embarrassed.
Oh,
I hope that Janine and Katie from 49 and Market weren't watching.
And then don't forget, we do have the adhesive that works well with, or it is actually made for acetate to use vellum. Vellum. I'm not thinking of acetate, but vellum. or acetate, right?
Either
Can
one,
I say
yeah.
both?
I think you could say both, Katie.
But then even Maggie, I'm like, Kelly, do you think I should put this up here? And because it doesn't really go with
it matches your shirt, though. Today.
Yeah, but it doesn't go with the flow.
So let me zoom in on that. It's the Easy Runner.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not.
Permanent vellum.
$6.29. It is great to use with acetate and vellum. And it's purple, and there's no purple in this collection. And it was kind of funny because Maggie said, "What is this doing here?"
It's
this
all right.
morning?
It's
and I
all
said,
right.
"You know what? I like it."
Everybody loves this collection, and so do we. So,
and the cards.
Good job, 49 a Market.
We mentioned yesterday that you could, if you took Janet's kaleidoscope class, that you could get the same items just with this.
Just get the card bases here and the mini laser cuts and the baubles. The
mini labor, and we're out of the.
And they're coming.
Yeah,
they'll be here
everything's
Monday.
coming. Yep.
Okay.
Then you can make some cards. But if you want to know what color vibe matches with it, go onto our website and click on new items, and then click on the garden.
Crafty Garden, 49 a Market, Crafty Garden. It's at the top.
Yeah, and
it's
if you scroll down, then you'll see the color vibe that goes
And
with
Katie,
it.
while we're up here, I want to mention the
yeah,
Mom's Morning Out.
Yes.
We have a box. They just emptied it for us. We have a couple little bags here. And here in Ankeny, there's about 100 single moms, and one of the churches puts on a special morning just for those moms. And they have people there that it probably changes up each year, but people maybe get their hair done, their nails. In the past, some of the men from the church would take their cars and wash them. And they have just a celebration for the single moms. And the cool thing is they set up a boutique.
Yeah,
and the single moms can shop the boutique. And so what they're looking for is, if you're local, if you want to bring in, like gently used clothes, purses, accessories, new cosmetics or lotions. They even say, if you want to donate grocery gift cards for the single moms. And there's 100 of them, and there is a waiting list. And Katie, what they told me was this boutique is set up just like a retail store.
So nice.
And then the moms on the waiting list that didn't get into the event, they come in after, and then they can shop the boutique and get things. So
what a wonderful thing to do.
We just have a few more days. I think we have our box through Wednesday. So if you're local and you're going to drop something off, be sure and get it to us. And we'd like to fill that up one more time. It's been emptied a few times. So
yeah, which is amazing.
Thank you to everybody that's already donated, because that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And now I think it's Winnie the Pooh time.
All right, we're going to just get right to it, aren't we?
Now, we had a vendor visit today, on Tuesday, and they told us Winnie the Pooh was their #1 collection that was selling right now. So they were really talking about the Winnie the Pooh from Echo Park, the Echo Park collection. And these are some cards that we made last week, I think.
Yeah, those were yours, Kelly, that you made with the cut parts.
So
which
it's very
was
fun.
Nice and simple.
And then we had Peggy made a little flip frame, which is super cute. And we have done that, and that we have shown. And if it's not on our blog, it will be on our blog in a week or so. And then Peggy's also done layouts with Winnie the Pooh.
And the layouts are up by the Winnie the Pooh product.
So there's so much, and we discovered the collection it's for everybody. It's very inspirational, isn't it, Katie?
Yeah, it's not just for little ones. I mean, you can use it for anyone.
Exactly. And I think we'll see that with your cards and all the inspiration on your cards. All right. Well, let's
Shall
roll.
we do it?
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, Christy, there are a few things, a couple things, maybe 3 that are out of stock because we didn't order enough.
Yeah, we thought we did. Yeah.
I even reordered them, stuff the day that it arrived, before we had even started selling it. So we have orders coming in, and on Monday, everything should be restocked. So you can, if you're ordering online, you can put a note on your order of what you want that we don't have, and we'll call you or send us an email or give us a call, and we're happy to reserve those for you. Okay, let's talk Winnie the Pooh, Katie.
Let's talk
Winnie the
Pooh. Well, we are going to make some cards today, and I'm going to show you probably 6 different ways that you can do it. And the reason it's not going to take that long is because they're pretty simple to do. So these are just ones I have created, and I'm going to show you some different ones using the stamps, the Winnie the Pooh stamps, and then the Tim Holtz stamp.
That's a classic stamp.
This is called Brush Strokes, and it is $24.99. And I have to thank Teresa because I was talking to her, and when the Winnie the Pooh stamps arrived, I just fell in love with them. I thought they were just so sweet. And so then I said, I really want to do just some really simple cards, like stamp the image and a sentiment and then call it good. And then Teresa said, well, why don't you put this in the background? And that was just genius.
And look at it. Okay, so that's a brush strokes from Tim Holtz. And it a lot of you have it because I don't know, it came out maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But look how Katie used it like behind her images.
Yeah. And it worked out so well. So
and
thank you,
like
Teresa.
A sky. That was a wow for me.
So I'm going to show you some different ways of how to do this. They're just regular card bases. The cards are just on cardstock, except where I colored with Copic marker, and then they are going to be on the, not the Memento,
Nina?
The Nina, thank you. The Nina paper that I used for coloring with Copics. And then the mats are all lava for this set. I'm going to show you and switch up some colors. I believe this one is called Sunshine, and then this one is Peacock.
So
and I'm going to show you those
lava
today.
Is a basil cardstock,
just
and
a basil.
It's one of those. It's kind of an orangey red, but
It
you will
is.
be surprised at what it matches.
Yeah. And I would
is
agree
that what
with
we
you.
used
And
on
that's
these
what
cards?
you used on those also, which was perfect. And I tried to use some different colors, but it would be too dark or too light, but lava was just right. Like how I
There's
said that?
something about lava that
There is.
I don't know what it is, but it seems to be when you're looking for a red and you can't find the right red, usually lava is it.
I apologize for my coughing today.
Okay. Susie said she didn't think she needed this, but darn.
No. And these are ones that are easily sent to a friend or to anyone, to a loved one, to someone to say thank you, or just thinking about you. I would not even hesitate to send one of these to Sam too. All right, so I'm just going to show you some different techniques I use. This one, well, I'll just talk about, how about I talk about it as I go on?
Oh, so you're going to talk about, okay.
Yeah.
So we have a whole Winnie the Pooh collection or theme. In our themes, there's a whole theme of Winnie the Pooh, and of course there's a new collection from Echo Park called Winnie the Pooh that we use for these cards, and Reminisce also has Winnie the Pooh, and Impression Obsession are a lot of the stamps that Katie used today that have Winnie the Pooh. So they're all together in one spot to make it a little easier.
All right, the colors that I use, so this one, I used all oxides. This is speckled egg for that. This one, I used antique linen.
Okay.
This one is spun sugar.
Oh, I need to get a picture of this, Katie.
This one is lost shadow. And then this one over here is mustard seed. I started with this with the antique linen with the Pooh, which it matches. Pooh can be kind of a variety of different yellows. And then I thought, well, I wanted to do a brighter one. So then I went with mustard seed. So those are the colors that I used, and I didn't stray from those.
So these are the colors that she used on brush strokes for the background.
So I'm going to put this one over here
I
because
think
these
that's
two are like
good.
that.
That was kind of
There you go.
bothering. That was bothering me. So I like it together.
Yes, there you go. And you can see on here, this one is lava, and this one is a little bit darker, and how I like the lava better than the darker one.
But if you have a red at home,
it does work.
Use what you got for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so how I do for the stamping is I'm just going to grab my ink, my dots.
So
she had everything all nicely laid out.
She had it all laid out, and then.
Okay.
So
what
we're
I'm
getting
going
out
to
brush
do?
strokes.
Yep. I'm just going to get out my brush strokes, and I am using the smaller of the two circles. And I'm going to use my Misty, and my cards are all the mats. So if we have the card, this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So then I take off a 1/4 inch. So this is the mat. All the mats are 4 by 5 1/4. So then my base is 3.75 by 5. Thank you. Yes,
That's a
you,
lot.
Kelly.
That's
a
math,
lot.
everybody. We're
But
doing
everything
math
goes
today.
down 1. Yes.
So it goes
like I
down a
say.
quarter of an inch. So if you're doing a
Yes,
5 by
thank
7
you,
card,
Kelly.
do the same thing, but just
Yep,
take it down a
just
quarter of
take
an
it down
inch.
a quarter inch. So I cut a bunch of the mat, or not the mats, but the panels, the card panels. So I just have them so I can go through and stamp a bunch. The oxide does take a little bit longer to dry, so that's why I had a bunch stamped, and then I went back and did the image over it.
And then we should ask if there's anybody that's not familiar with the Misty, because Katie is going to show you how she uses this Misty. It's the most, oh my gosh.
Impressive stamping
most-
tool.
Oh my gosh, I totally went blank. Incredible.
Incredible.
Most incredible stamping tool invented. And you can stamp multiples because you're going to see how Katie's got her paper and her stamp in the same place every time.
When you get your Misty, there's a pad in here. And I'm going to remove this pad because I am using a red rubber stamp. So it's a little bit thicker already. So I'm going to place this down just right onto the platform. If you're worried that you're going to stamp over, you can always place the little grid paper or the sheet of paper. Mine's pretty.
And we're getting lots of comments how everybody loves their Misties.
Oh,
and
good.
it's
Yeah,
true. It's
it
true.
is. It comes with 1 bar. If you want another one, you can purchase another bar also. So I'm going to place this just right in the center. It doesn't really matter which way it goes or what you, just wherever you like. So then I'm going to close it and then pick it up. And I'm going to stamp with the yellow, the mustard seed.
seed.
Yep, and so I'm going to ink it up. And I'll show you as we go on some differences of what I inked. Gosh, everything's shaking. There we go. And then I'm going to come over, and sometimes I do this, but sometimes I use this. I should say I do use this a lot. And this is my Stampendable, right? A Stampendous or Stampendable?
Stampendable.
And they are $8.99. And it's almost like a hockey puck. Not a hockey puck.
An air hockey
foosball, yeah.
thing.
And it just presses over that nicely so you don't have to do this. And then you get
It's a nice flat surface to put even pressure on your stamping.
And I'm okay with this being, it's not completely stamped. You can see kind of in the middle that it's a little bit more faded. But if you want it darker, you just ink it up again.
Because everything stays in the same place.
Yeah.
So you can, especially
Right.
words, Katie. I think when I'm doing sentiments, I have to stamp them a couple times.
And then I'm going to use that, add the pressure, and you can see it's darker then.
Looks good. Looks wet.
Yeah, it is. It is wet. And so then what I would do when I was creating these is I would put this to the side and I would do then another one. And so you can go ahead and continue. I must say I did play around. It might be
so
lighter.
you can make it lighter. Okay.
So then I might have it that way.
I love that tip. That's great.
And then I'm just going to put these to the side now so they will dry. One thing I do use is my Distress sprayer for water, but
Sorry, I'm having
I know.
I'm having trouble
You get on
moving.
her stool.
So sorry for jiggling.
And so I just spray it right on there. And since it's an oxide, it just cleans up real nicely. And I clean it up with my microfiber. And
So the sprayers are $4.99. Katie, I don't have one of these.
You
I have a little
don't?
one, but I think I need to get one.
oh, I love this.
And then the little microfiber cloths are $2.99, and we just order these in bulk and just have them for people, just for convenience. You might have one already, but and they're pretty. We have pretty colors.
All right, so then I'm just going to put this back, and
Your stamps are very clean, I will say.
I might clean it off and then do, antique linen ones, and clean it off and then do spun sugar ones. So I just did a bunch of different colors and then put them aside and let them dry. So by the time I was done stamping with the circles, I'm now going to replace this pad. My pad's really, you can see where I've taped some stuff on there.
Yes.
I'm going to replace this pad because now I'm going to use the acrylic stamps, and they're not as deep, and so you need to have that cushion under there. So this one, I have already stamped this, and that's in speckled egg. Excuse me.
Oh, I like speckled egg. Now, the difference real quick.
Yeah.
The cling rubber stamps have the cling rubber on them. And the clear stamps
have the
don't
cushion.
have that. That's why Katie took out
Yeah.
or put back in that. They want to know how much the Misty is. Is it like $74.99?
It's right here.
That's the mini Misty.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Janet linked it a second ago.
I thought I was so impressed that it fit in my little display there.
So, well, here's the mini Misty. The Misty comes in 3 sizes, and
Can you give us a regular Misty, a middle one.
And
Thank
Elena
you.
says she never stamped until she got her Misty. Jean
I
loves
understand
it.
why.
Susan says Misty is the best. It's $75.99 for the regular size, which is what Katie has. And there it goes.
Wow!
Look at it in the box.
Look at that.
Well, and we also
Just
have
a game.
and we have pink, and we have teal, and we have black. So you
Yeah.
have color choices to make.
Pink, teal, or black.
So you can get, and the extra magnets I think are $9.99, and it's nice to have another magnet. I will say.
Yeah, and you will once you get it. I mean, I love to stamp with it now. It is well worth the money, I will say. All right, so we're first going to show you. I want to show you different ways in order to use Eeyore. So I did have stamped him in Lost Shadow, and it says a hug is always the right size. And
But that's not from that stamp.
correct,
Oh,
it's from here.
Okay.
And then
Oh, you mixed them. I love it.
yeah, the little flowers are from here.
Oh, I didn't notice the little flowers.
And then the hug is on here also.
Okay, so this is called Eeyore Friendship from Impression Obsession, and it is $13.99. And then this is from the Winnie the Pooh collection from Echo Park.
And it's $12.99, and I just love this. And Peggy used this one also. No, yes, some of it she used. She also used the other Echo Park one. So I got the idea of adding those little flowers from Peggy. So I'm going to use this one and that one to create this. And I also use, you know how I like my enamel dots? Well, I love my enamel
she loves her
hearts.
hearts too.
And it doesn't matter what kinds or what the name of it. As long as it has the colors you want. So there's so many of them.
There are a lot of different ones. And
I just
we
wanted
try to
red
keep
ones.
these in stock all the time from Doodlebug.
And the small ones are from here, and these are rainbow hearts, and these are also rainbow hearts. I thought I had grabbed a different one, but these little ones are great, and that's what the size are. And I wanted to have one little pop of color on my card, so that was all.
Especially with that red.
Yeah, isn't it great? And red goes with all these different colors. So what I'm going to do, maybe you just have this one, so I'm going to show you a stamp or a card that you could create with that. So I'm going to grab I've already used this Eeyore, so I'm going to grab the big one.
And she's already stamped
Yep,
the
I already
speckled
stamped
egg
that.
with the brushstroke stamp. And we need to ring the bell because somebody would like to see the ephemera from Winnie the Pooh.
Oh. Ooh, that was loud.
Well, that was like a really professional
Thank you.
thing.
I've been working on that. All right, so I am going to, when I place these,
Oh, Peggy's here. Speaking
Hello.
of Winnie the Pooh, say hello to
Yes.
Peggy, everybody.
Say
It
hello
is
to
Thursday, isn't it?
It is,
Oh my gosh,
yes.
this week went fast.
it did.
Peggy, can you get us the Winnie the Pooh ephemera and frames and tags?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
you.
Peggy's all over it.
So when I place it, I want to place half of them onto the color, half of them off of the color.
Oh, okay.
You know, just kind of play
like
around
that.
with it. So I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. And you can use whatever black ink that you prefer. I prefer either using the Archival Black, or I also use Memento. I'm going to go with my Archival Black. Thank you.
The
So I'm going to ink this up.
now, would you use distress ink or not? I know
I would
it
probably, I
react.
don't, yeah, because I just want it to stay. I don't want it to have any reaction to anything. And so just to be safe, I use the Archival. Plus, I like how it stamps.
And the other question is, could
Mm-hmm.
you use regular distress ink for your background circles?
Yeah, I'm sure you could. I did not, so I don't know what it will look like, but yeah, I'm sure you could try
Since
it.
you're doing it on white paper, I
Yeah.
think it would probably. Oh, look at him!
And notice he didn't stamp that well, and that's what's nice with the Misty is I'm just going to ink him up a little bit more and restamp him.
Don't you love that stampendable,
I
Katie?
do. Oh, I didn't.
He moved.
Oh, he moved. Dude.
It's
Don't
okay.
look.
Well, what
He
happened
moved.
was
I'm sorry. I didn't push it back in.
the paper accidentally shifted, and
That's on me.
he's looks like he's shaking.
He is. All right. So nothing like live.
Hey, it happens, Katie. It happens, and it's nice for people to see that.
All right. So that's why with the Misty, I had it down with my magnet, and then you just need to double check it, because when I pulled it up, you probably noticed it pulled it up a little, and I didn't make sure it was back in that corner.
Well, and if this happens, it's just a piece of paper, and it's a little tiny bit of ink, but you could always flip it over and stamp on the back.
Here, let's do it on here.
Let's do it.
And as Jack would say, that's what not to do. So let's go ahead and put him back on here. And he'll work just fine.
Come on, Eeyore.
Yeah.
Katie, Eeyore was our daughter Corey's favorite character from Winnie the Pooh. And
Oh,
she
was
had
he?
a purple Eeyore shirt one year, and I don't know if she was 6, but you know how they have that favorite shirt, and then all your pictures for the whole year,
Yes,
they're wearing the
that
same
shirt.
thing.
Yes, I do.
And Janet commented also that a second bar would have helped that. Oh, I don't think you need to stamp that again.
All right, so
That
we're
looks
going to do
good.
that. And then I'm going to use the sentiment right off of here that says, you're too kind. And so I'm going to have to flip it around, because
you go ahead, you line it up. So she's using the Eeyore friendship stamp right now, and she's going to use this one, You're Too Kind. And she's using the mustard. We're back to mustard seed.
Yeah, I was using speckled egg, but because I thought that was more of his color.
Oh yeah.
So, but then since it doubled it,
I think it looks fine though. I think you can use any color. I do not own Lost Shadow. I discovered,
you might
Katie,
need
so
to.
I'm going to own it today.
all right. So then I'm just going to stamp that up, and that's what's nice
we
with the
weren't
Misty.
watching.
That's all right. That you can just place it, and there you go.
Oh, that looks
And that's
good.
done. Now I'm going to add a heart, because I like to add my hearts. So I'm going to go to my enamel hearts, because I just want one little bit of color, a little pop of color. So I'm going to grab one.
Yeah, where are you
I'm
going to
having
put
deja
it?
vu. Why is that? I feel like I've done this before.
Because I think you have. I'm looking at all your samples, and I think you have. Oh, and she's using her tweezers.
Yeah, so we could put up here. I
That's
think
how
we'll
you
put
can
do it there.
do it so well.
Oh yeah, I've got to use my tweezers.
So those
anymore.
are the reverse tweezers from EK Success.
Yes.
And what happens is you squeeze them. Just show us, Katie, will you?
So they're closed when you're not touching it, and when you squeeze them, they open. And then so you can hold items and move them around, and then when you get it to where you want it, you can let go.
I like that.
I love these.
You know
tweezers.
what? Janet just suggested that you could put a wobbler underneath these.
Oh, you could.
Would that be fun?
Yes. Then this is my lava card base. And then I'd put him on here, and then you're done.
It's so cute. Katie,
That's
these
how
are,
quick and
these
easy
are
it
super
is.
adorable.
And so now we've got
Now
nervous,
we have another
nervous Eeyore, who was going to go on the back of a peacock.
It's funny because Elena said she's so used to the reverse tweezers that when she had her regular ones, she couldn't get them to work.
I
And
understand
she's
what
getting
you're saying.
tweezers on her next purchase, and that's a great
Yes.
idea. You see a lot of people using those, especially for little items that you're trying to place, or even sticker letters.
Yes, I
think
use it for
alphabet stickers,
everything.
they work really nice too.
I use it for everything. Okay, so now let's go on to, maybe you have purchased this stamp, and I just wanted to show you some different ways or different stamps, or excuse me, cards that you can create with that one.
So that is the Echo Park Pooh and Friends stamp set. And I think it's got pretty much most of the main characters here. I don't see Rabbit, but it's got Pooh and Eeyore and Piglet and Tigger. And it has very inspirational quotes. Any day spent with you is my favorite day.
And that is what we're going to use right now.
Oh, good.
So I'm going to, I have my pre-stamped I want to say sun. It's also going to look like a sun.
Well,
when
it
I'm
would be a
done.
great sun, though, if you were doing, and you could even stamp it off the page.
Yes.
If you wanted to, if you're doing something, tropical.
All right,
or
I'm going to turn this
summery.
just so I can
You go
figure
ahead.
out which way they are.
So while you get your stamp set up, Katie, I'm
Yeah.
going to show the ephemera from the Winnie the Pooh collection from Echo Park because we had a request for it, and we have the ephemera, and it's $5.99, and here are some of the images. I'm trying to get rid of that glare, guys. And then, Echo Park, they always do the ephemera, and then they do the frames and tags. And honestly, sometimes I think they're kind of the same. But here are the frames and tags. I guess there's more tags here, because look at those 3 little tags that are all blurry, because I can't. But
Are they eoring out on you?
Yeah, something. Yes, we're having a lot of that today. And Katie, Jan said you could put grid ribbon on these and it would be really cute.
Oh, absolutely.
And there is a blue that matches that speckled egg nicely.
And I thought, oh, I can do this. And I thought, no, I'm going to stick to oxide, a heart.
She's keeping
And
it simple.
I was like, yes, because I thought, oh, I could do this. I thought, no, I have to stick to this pattern. So look at all the little guys out there.
Okay, and that's from this stamp.
Yeah.
From Winnie the Pooh and Friends, and there it is.
Yep. And then I'm going to put on Any Day Spent With You is my favorite day.
I think when you first showed me these cards, I just thought they were so amazing, and I think it is the simplicity that makes them amazing.
And so I'm going to put that on there.
So this
and
is
you
a
can
little
place
different
it-
than your
yeah.
other ones.
I thought I should change it up a little. Oops. I'll have my ink. My lid on my ink. That could be dangerous for me. And then put that on there. And then,
you got more?
well, we have to put a heart on it.
Okay.
So
how
it's
cute
really
that is.
simple. And then I'm just going to grab a red heart.
You make that look easy, Katie.
Well, it is. You can put it anywhere, but I think I'm going to put it right by Pooh. I don't know. What do you think,
Well,
Kelly?
the nice thing about the tweezers, you can move it around and decide where you like it.
Yeah, I don't.
You'll make the right decision, Katie.
We're just going to put it there. And there you go.
Isn't that
sweet?
cute? Yes, it's very sweet.
And then again, I went through and I cut a bunch of lava card bases, so I'd have those. And there you go. So simple.
Okay, so we have a couple comments.
Yeah.
Annabella said that, Katie, hello. These are
Hello.
so sweet. She likes the clean and crisp with an essence of Pooh Bear and Friends
I
cuteness.
like that. Thank you.
So I like that. Clean
Yeah.
and crisp with an essence of
yeah.
Pooh Bear and Friends cuteness. And Janny says that the Tim Holtz set, Brushstrokes, was the first set she bought from Memory Bound years ago.
That's amazing.
It's, you know what, also guys, you can make a Mickey Mouse head with these. You take the bigger one for the face, and then you take a couple little ones for the ears, and that's really cute too.
You could actually put this on yellow also, or the sunshine.
Okay, they're
There is
asking about the
sunshine.
colors that you use, so
Okay.
we need to talk about that
Absolutely.
again. And Jan said this would be a cute set of gift set of cards.
Yeah. Speaking of, we have these boxes.
Oh yeah, the clear boxes.
The clear boxes that look like this.
They come flat.
Yep. And I folded it up, and I thought you could do, you could pick out 4 favorites, or how many.
And some
And then-
envelopes
yeah.
and
And
tie
put that
ribbon.
in there.
Oh, that's so cute.
Wouldn't that be a cute little gift? And they can have them then.
And
I thought that would
Elena
be fun.
asked if you die cut the hearts. So can you show us the hearts again?
The hearts are just stickers. I did not. You could, by all means.
So they're the
the doodle bug. Any doodle
They're
bug.
called sprinkles, but they're enamel dots in the shape of a heart.
Yeah, and it does not matter what this one is called. Love this. There's puppy love. There's all sorts of different ones. Just as long as it has the colors you want, and I wanted red ones. These are the smaller ones, and these are called rainbow hearts. But this is a different kind. You can see that they have somewhat the same colors, but a little bit different. And so any of the enamel hearts that you might have will work. Or if you want to die cut it. I forgot to grab, I try to, excuse me, have everything ready, and then
Well, you always
just
miss
never
things.
fails. So this one for this card base, I actually, would you grab the Dynamics rectangle
My favorite
stitch?
things.
Yeah, Dynamics.
It is the same.
Oh, okay. But I decided instead of just cutting it, I would add a stitch border. So I cut this one out on my die cut. And this one we are out of. It is on order, and it's actually the Winnie the Pooh. There's an Easter
What's
one.
it called?
This one is called Pooh Pleasures.
Pooh Pleasures.
Yes. So if you want Pooh Pleasures, go ahead and write it down and give us a call. And I believe they are on order.
And we have a couple questions. One of them is how many Winnie the Pooh stamps are there? And there's quite a few because we've got the Echo Park one.
There's two Echo Parks.
Oh, there are two.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. There's only one of them
grab
here.
it when she comes.
So there's two different ones from Echo Park, and then there is Piglet Mini. That's here, and then we've got Eeyore, Friendship. And we've got Tigger, Ups and Downs. And we have Piglet, Thoughts. I'm running out of room. And Katie, I searched for this one for a customer, and I could not find it.
Oh.
It's called Pooh Easter Joy. And
Yeah. But you could just use the Winnie the Pooh.
it's nice. It's the size kind of that you're using now, and he's carrying a little basket. And then, did I already say Eeyore, Friendship? I did.
Could you grab the, yeah, thank you. Could you grab the other
The
stamp?
other one of that.
Yeah, thank you.
And these are all in our Winnie the Pooh section under themes. You'll find them. So did you get my favorite things, Dynamics?
Yeah, so this is one, and it might look familiar to some of you because Janet used it in her class. And it just cuts a nice little stitched border that it doesn't pop out and you can't really see it, but it just adds a nice little thing, nice little touch to it. So I thought I would do that on this one. Again, I didn't want to do a lot of different things on them because I wanted to keep them simple. And so this is $36.99, and it is called A2.
Katie doesn't have her glasses on.
A2.
Here, could I read it for
Yes,
you, Katie?
please. I think this is
All right, this is the A2. You are right. The A2 stitched rectangle stacks. And it's set number 2. So, and the fact that it says A2 means that these are going to fit, not all of them, the bigger ones, of course, but there's one that's going to fit perfectly on an A2 card. And this is one that's on my list. I got to get that one, Katie. There's a lot of things I do have a lot I need to get.
This was the other one. I did not use this one, but this is the one that Peggy used quite a bit. And it is Winnie the Pooh stamp set for $12.99.
A day without a friend is like a pot without a single drop of honey left inside.
Oh,
That's all
Aren't
of
they
this.
sweet?
All
I
the
mean,
quotes are like that.
they are. They're very, you can use them for so many different things. And as you can see, you can interchange them too.
So, Katie, we have two questions.
Yeah.
One is about the size of your cards.
They're just A2.
So they're the A2 cards.
Yep. And a 1/4 inch. I cut down a 1/4 inch for the red mat and then a 1/4 inch for the panel.
And they're wondering about the colors again. Do you want to do colors when you're done? Or
All right, yeah. Or, well, I'm going to use this stamp now, the Winnie the Pooh Pleasure Stamp. And this one's stamped in antique linen.
And her paper is lava. The red is called, it's basil lava.
And then this one is stamped in mustard seed. Just like that.
And
so it's a little bit brighter.
She used the oxides. You could use the other ones also if you wanted.
Absolutely.
And what were your other colors? Peacock?
Peacock and sunshine.
So Peacock and Sunshine
Were color
were the other
vibes.
colors from Color Vibe that she used.
Now notice Piglet has just a white border. So he's monochromatic.
Okay, he's a little different.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to use this stamp, and you can see how I've already did the mini thanks over here with this Pooh stamp. This one is just a note to say I care, which is the same Pooh stamp on both of them, but this one I used Piglet, and this one I added the honey. And you are sweet as honey. So you can add from different stamp sets. This one is from the Piglet stamp set, and then this one is from the Echo Park, the honey.
Very cool, Katie.
All right, so I thought we would make a different Pooh just using this guy. I guess Winnie the Pooh. And I am going to take him off. Again, it doesn't matter really where you place him. I like to place him
A little bit on, a little bit off.
Yeah, a little bit on, a little bit off. But also his back is rounded, so you can kind of line it up with the rounded of the circle, because his back's a little rounded. And then I'm going to pick this up. I mean, look how many cards we've already made.
I know,
And
it's crazy.
in
Well,
no
Katie,
time at
what
all.
I love is how you are mixing up the different stamp sets.
Yeah.
So that's really creative.
And pull that off, and it did lift, but that's okay. I'm
And
okay with
Annabella
it.
made a comment that these are perfect if you have a difficult time coloring images.
Yes.
There's no coloring
No.
here. Well, she did color one.
Yeah, but you can skip that one.
Or you
have
can
to do
color
that
it.
one. Yeah.
It's such a small little image.
Yeah,
You
and I'm going to show you how to color. And then the sentiment says, sometimes the small pleasures in life are the sweetest. And so that's right off of the Pooh sentiment. And I'm going to put that on there. And you don't have to add the red pop. I just like how it looks. And they stamp so well, don't they?
Oh my gosh, they do.
So let's grab a little heart, because we got to have our little pop of color. Again, you can place it anywhere you would like. I have to spin it to
She's
see
going
where
to
I'm
spin
going
it to
to.
decide where she's putting it. She's
Yeah.
using those reverse tweezers again.
So I can play around with where I want it, and I think I'm just going to put it right up here. There you go.
Sometimes the small pleasures in life are the sweetest. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah. And you can mat it on red, you can mat it on white, you can mat it on black or yellow.
Very cool.
Yeah. So just with that one stamp, and yes, some other ones, there's 4 different little Winnie the Pooh ones that you could do.
Well, and Janet made the comment, Katie, that the red ties them all together.
Yeah.
By using the red accent, all her cards, they look like they go together in a set.
And one thing I wanted to do was use Eeyore and Piglet, but I couldn't fit them on there until I had an aha moment that I can make a horizontal card. I mean,
yes.
It was like, wow.
All of these are vertical.
Yes.
And then, so the little light bulb came on.
It did. I was like, oh, well, why
We
don't
love
I
it when
do
the light bulbs
this?
come on, don't we?
So I'm going to go back to my Eeyore, and I'm going to place him on the left side.
So she's back to the Eeyore Friendship stamp.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit bigger there. They have the mini stamps and the regular stamps from I.O.
And then I'm going to grab the Piglet one, and I think we have the Piglet.
So that Piglet, let me see if I can find him. We've got a whole pile of stamps.
There he
here.
is. He's so sweet.
And that's Piglet Mini.
And Piglet Mini is on this one too.
Oh, it's a good
Yeah.
combination
Yeah.
because he is a lot smaller than
Yeah.
Pooh.
So it was good. What do I say? It looks like real life, not real life. All right. So I put Eeyore here and Piglet over here. So I thought, well, why don't we just make a horizontal card?
Do you need to move your magnet down a little closer?
Yeah,
to
I
the-
will. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
Probably
Well, sometimes if you're
an
having trouble,
excellent
the closer
idea.
your magnet is to your stamped
Yes.
image, the better it's going to hold down your paper.
Yes. As you probably have noticed, I don't clean my stamps. The ones that I use archival ink on, and I'm okay with that. Because then, there we go, I think that will help. So let's see what happens here. And now this color is Speckled Egg,
Okay, so that is our speckled egg for
Yeah.
her background.
because I thought Eeyore looked. I need to get his.
Oh, this is really a
Hair.
really cool image right now. I'm in focus of speckled
Oh.
egg, and everything you're
Are you
doing
just
is
holding?
blurred out.
Oh my gosh, that's like photographic.
It is.
Like professional.
Professional.
All right.
Oh, that's
There
so
we go, and
cute.
it did not move. So we're going to take these little guys off, and I am using my mat, and I will tell you when I was making these at home, I had all my
Oh.
little guys lined up here
Okay,
to
so
use, and I
this
was
is
just grabbing. This is the
travel
Tim Holtz.
or this is the regular size.
Correct, yes.
The media mat, is that? I'm trying to think of the exact name of it. Oh, it's made to fit over the top of the glass media
Yes.
mat, but we've been using it just on our table surfaces, and I
Yeah.
really like it. I have the small one. I don't have the larger one yet, but I have the small one.
I'm sorry, Peggy.
okay.
Would you grab a media mat for us?
Oh, yeah. Both
Both sizes. Thank you. But yeah, I had them all lined up here because they stuck, and I would just like.
And then
pull
you
from
don't
them.
lose them.
Yeah,
It's
you
easy to
don't
lose.
lose them.
It's easy to lose little stamps, and that magnetic gotcha tool doesn't help find them.
I'm going to use the sentiment from the Pooh stamp, says you're my favorite. And I'm going to place that underneath here. I'm like way over by my belly, aren't I?
It's the media surface mat. Thank you, Peggy. So it's the media surface mat. It's from Tim Holtz and Tonic. And this one is 13.5 by 23. And that is what Katie is using.
Yes, I love it. I use it at home also.
And it's at $24.99. $24.99. And then $17.99 is the travel size, and that's 15.5 by 10. So you can see the sizes there, and they are super handy. Now, if you see Teresa's, hers is messy.
Hers is messy. Mine's not because yours isn't because you don't use it.
I don't like to get mine gooey.
I don't like to get mine gooey. But I do use it for stamps, and I like it. Most people know I'm not a heavy
you put
inker.
your stickers on there too.
Yeah, and that's what I use it for. Stickers I put up there or stamps. And so then I stamped You Are My Favorite.
Yeah, we're looking at this now.
Yeah.
I do love that.
So this one, and this one was done in Lost Shadow then. So you can tell the difference.
So cute. And it looks like Piglet is kind of looking over
Yeah, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, one more, I think. Oh, two more.
Oh my gosh, let's go. Let's roll.
Now these are completely different. This one is
Look
already...
at all these. Oh my gosh,
I know,
Katie.
in a short amount of time. That's how easy they are. Okay, this one's more of a
like
technique.
a different color here.
This one I already stamped, and I used the Winnie the Pooh, and then I used the Piglet.
Okay, so the same stamps, but they're like holding hands.
Yeah, so I stamped him first, and then I lined up Piglet right beside him so he could hold his hand, and it says, "You're the best." This was from an old Memory Bound stamp, the ones that Amanda made, and you might have them. We no longer have these. But if you have the greetings from Amanda, it says, "You're the best" right there, and so I used that one.
How did you remember that was even on that stamp set?
Well, I just pulled that stamp set out because it's one of my favorites. Now, instead of using a circle, then this one I used the smallest brush
stroke.
The smallest stroke, yeah. So I used the smallest stroke, and this green would be then the
mowed lawn.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I just stamped that just like I did, and I stamped a bunch with that has the bottoms on it.
You could just get creative with these, like you have, Katie. I guess you have gotten creative with them.
And so what I'm going to do is, we know, Diana, could you do me a huge favor and grab my glasses for me?
Are they up front?
Yeah.
There.
I know.
Katie's
Thank
got to
you.
get her glasses.
All right. So I wanted him to have a red shirt on. And so I thought, how could I get a red shirt? Well, I'm going to take my Le Pen. And this one I stamped on Nina paper with Memento because I am going to use my Copics. If you're not going to use your Copics, and if you're just going to use maybe a Tombow marker or a red marker or any such thing such as that, then you go ahead and stamp on regular cardstock and use your archival. When you use your Copics, archival is going to bleed on you and leave you like a kind of black smudges. And so...
We don't know.
So meaning...
One person could take one.
So she's talking about she stamped Winnie the Pooh with Memento ink,
yeah, because I'm going to use my
Copic marker,
Copics.
alcohol marker friendly. And her paper is the Nina paper, which is also Copic friendly paper.
Because I knew I was going to stamp on, or I was going to use
Color.
my, I was going to color.
Copic marker?
Yeah.
And the Le Pen is a fine point pen that we all love here. They come in lots of colors.
So
Okay,
I'm
Grace,
just going to give him...
You can do it right side up. I mean, right side up. You don't have to.
Okay. I'm just going to give him a collar right there. And then his shirt, I thought these two little areas, those will go close.
Oh, yes,
wouldn't they?
it is.
And remember, it kind of always bothered me that his shirt never fit because of his tummy was so... so I'm just going to make his shirt higher.
Katie, that
That's
alone,
it.
you don't even have to color it.
Oh, you don't. We
Oh
could
my
just
gosh,
leave it like
that looks good, even not colored.
Well, here, let's do one of these. Should we do one of these?
Yeah.
I'll do it again so you can watch. So right at his neck, you can see he has kind of a back bend and a neck bend. I don't know how to... So we're going to put just some line back and forth. And then right there to make his short sleeves. And then a little bit on his belly on the front. And then the belly on the back.
Oh my gosh.
And there you go. You
That's
could. That would
great.
just.
That looks
I like that
good.
you could
I
just do it that
know.
way too.
I like that.
And leave it. Well, if you wanted to color it in,
Katie, you show it. You teach us so much. This is great.
we're going to use R29. You can use any red that you liked, but I had R29. And I'm just going to color in then where his shirt was. I'm not doing any fancy Copic coloring. I am just coloring his little shirt in.
Well, even if you're not shading, the alcohol ink,
Yeah.
as it sits, it all goes together and you don't see brush lines. I
Right.
think that's the kind of cool thing about it.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do this real quick. And then you can see that now Winnie the Pooh has his little red shirt on.
Oh my gosh, that's
There.
so cute.
Yeah, it just worked out really well that he had those, I don't know if it was done on purpose or if it just happens, but that you could really make his shirt look like it fit.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's that. Added a heart. Same technique. Everything's the same. It's just I put his shirt on. His little red shirt.
And you've grounded him with a brush stroke
Yes.
grass.
Now, speaking of grounding, now...
Katie, you've been busy. Oh my gosh.
well, they're really simple.
You've been busy. Here we
It
go.
was really fun. This is the last one, though.
So everyone, look how cute that is, how she added that little shirt. And I have tried to make that brush stroke, just with my markers and
yeah,
things. And
it doesn't work,
You can't
does it?
do it. You
No.
need the stamp.
All right, this one took me a little bit to get to where I was satisfied. So this was my first one. I wanted him to look like he was going into the sky. Well, this looks like he went above. So I was like, well, that doesn't work. And then I did this one with a smaller brush stroke. And this was great, but when I colored it, I had used archival ink, and you can see it bled all over.
Oh, okay.
So that is
let
yeah.
me show that up
Please
close so
do.
you can. The alcohol ink. I don't know if I can even focus. Why is this not focusing up close?
What if you go back?
Look at his
and then come
leg.
in?
Katie says to go back and then come in. How did you know that? That did work. Mostly. So if you're using a non-Copic friendly ink, you can see how the ink spreads and it kind of makes the image bleed. So the black bleeds a little bit.
Yeah. So
Shannon,
you want to use your Memento.
Memento is
Yeah.
Copic friendly.
Yeah. All right. So this one, I finally decided, I wanted to use, I put the sky up higher, and I wanted to feel like he was going in there. I just don't like how it was laid out. But I thought, okay, I'm going
That
to
looks
let it
good.
go. Well,
Oh
thank
my
you.
gosh. So did you
But
use
this was
the
bigger,
stamp?
and I liked the bigger. So I did like that. So what I ended up doing was stamping the bigger, and then using this phrase, and then this. So it's this one right here, and then the sentiment up here. So I'm using these two. And you can see the difference, like with this one, these I only stamped once. This one I double stamped, and I wish I would have just stamped it once. So these are lighter.
Oh,
I
I
just
see.
did one,
I
and then I
see.
did twice, and it got kind of dark.
So it got a little more opaque.
Yeah. So this is the speckled egg. And then again, this is a Memento, and so I am going to color it.
Awesome. Oh, we're coloring it. Yay.
Just real quick. Oh, I almost took the... Now you can use any of the colors that you want, or any of your yellows. This one is YR21, so it's a little bit lighter.
YR21.
Yeah. And then R29 is going to be my balloon. And I'm going to go with Y17 and Y19 are very close. Either one's going to work. Again, any of your yellows, just try them out. So I am going to color in Winnie the Pooh first. And again, I'm not doing any techniques. I'm just coloring him because I want him to be yellow. And he doesn't, I can't tell, this kind of flustered me, is where is his eye? So I'm going to add it.
Okay.
It did.
Well, there you go. Then you've
So
got one.
I am just going to put a little eyeball there. That doesn't. And then I use, my red. and go ahead and color this in red. Again, no techniques. You can definitely do some techniques on it if you'd like to. But I am just coloring
You're just
that
filling it in.
Just filling it because I want my to have a red balloon. And what I really wanted with this one, Kelly, was that I wanted the sentiment to be a little bit higher than Pooh, so it looks like he's flying up into the sky.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see this one is a little bit more even. No, this one, I can't remember now, Kelly. This one was a little bit more even.
Right.
And I wanted it to look like he was flying up, so I pushed the sentiment up. And then he's colored.
Well,
and then
it draws
you can
your eye
also
to it a little more,
use-
too, Katie.
And I'm wondering, Kelly, I might have not used Memento because he's a little smudgy there.
You never know.
So I don't know.
I know you worked on this
Yeah.
a while back. It's hard to remember everything.
And then for my Posca pen, I'm just going to add 2 little lines there. Oh, I have one more thing to show you. I forgot.
Okay.
So there you go. Just another simple one. It's getting busy back here, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Let's choose. We could do it on him. Or here's a practice one. Well, I'm trying to find a Pooh with just his nose. All right.
Well,
Let
while
me
you're
see.
deciding,
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to let people know about tomorrow.
Okay, you do
So
that. How about that?
tomorrow, we're going to be videoing from Texas with Janet,
Ooh,
and
woohoo.
she's launching. Is it 1 or 2 of her kits? I think she's launching one of her memorial kits. We are trying to do a lot of things this month about memorial, people that have passed, telling our family stories, and she's got a really cute project tomorrow that she's going to be launching, and we do have kits for it, so it's something you can make, and so we look forward to that tomorrow.
Okay, I'm just going to stamp a quick Pooh. Because I want to show you a little thing that I thought was kind of fun. All right. It seems to be that Winnie the Pooh always has a butterfly land on his nose or around
yes, he
his
does.
nose.
Oh, are you going to show us that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here I used 2 little hearts, and I put them together to make the butterfly.
So
And I'm going to show you.
So you can see that, guys, that's not a butterfly. It is a butterfly, but Katie made it.
Yes, it's
with
a
2
made
hearts.
butterfly. So what I did was I found any of your 49 to Market have these tiny little hearts on it. These little guys will also work.
So the
You'll
little- so
just
the
have
little-
little wings.
So the little
wings.
doodle bug
Yeah.
shape sprinkles will work also.
Yeah. And this one says, sometimes the smallest pleasures in life are the sweetest, which I used, and that's from the Piglet stamp, and then I added just a little butterfly, like he was looking at a butterfly. So to have one land on his nose, I'm just going to take 1 heart, because it's always flying right out his nose.
This is where tweezers are really handy,
Yeah.
don't you?
Oh gosh, yeah, especially these little ones. So there's 1 little heart. And then I'm going to take the other one, and they're just going to touch tips, so to say.
Katie, I don't know how you came up with that.
Right, look at it. Isn't that so
It's
sweet?
so cute, yes.
And then if you wanted, you can add little antenna.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that
yes,
sweet?
That's really
so it
cute.
could land on its nose.
So there
too.
she's got 2 different ones.
Yeah.
Now this one you just put a couple little dots
Yeah.
next to it.
I don't think I have my glasses on, so I can see. So I think I aimed.
So, and you know,
Yeah, any
these
of
are all
this.
super inspirational, and
And
you
very
could also
easy.
use this for a baby card.
Oh,
Wouldn't this be-
absolutely.
I mean, we said, oh, it doesn't have to be baby or whatever. But wouldn't that be cute for a baby?
Oh,
card?
absolutely. And all occasions that you can use them for. And don't forget, these sentiments that Janet created for the Winnie the Pooh cards that Kelly created, these sentiments will go into these cards also.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
could
2
use them
sheets.
for both.
Yep, 2 sheets, and I believe they're $4.99.
I think so. And
Yeah.
there's 8 card inserts there.
Yes.
So you just cut along the little gray lines, and
Yep, and it's
they go
perfectly
right
fits.
inside your cards. Here, Katie, you've got a sample right here.
Yeah.
So this one's, the front of it says, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Winnie the Pooh said that.
Yep.
And then in the inside it says, "You've got this, and I've got you."
Yeah, so
just
this
one of them.
even with that card, you can use this front with that inside sentiment, and then I would easily send that to Sam. You know, he's got this. And so there's just ones that say thanks. I'm, for example, many thanks. Forever grateful you're in my life, or forever what you're, or it's just like you to be so thoughtful. So a lot of these would match. Her inserts would match, and those are under Winnie the Pooh also.
They're under Winnie the Pooh, and they're also in
right.
our exclusive category. So we have an
Okay.
entire category that's memory bound exclusives, and you'll find all
Yeah,
of
you'll
Janet's
find all sorts of
all of
exclusives
Janet's
there.
inserts there.
Yes, absolutely, and we love Janet's inserts. Again, you can also, can you order these online? These little plastic,
Yeah, I think so.
the little boxes, which I think would be just wonderful to add. These, some envelopes, a little bow around it, maybe make a little Pooh tag, and
Okay,
there you
I think
go.
everybody agrees. All the hearts and thumbs are
Oh,
really
good, thank
flowing in.
you.
I think everybody really agrees how adorable these are. And
Thank
I
you.
know I
They're
went
so
like,
fun.
oh my gosh! When you showed me these the first time to me, I was like,
Yeah.
it was a wowzer,
and we got
It's
a
a
lot
wowzer.
done in a short amount of time.
and it's fun.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
fun.
And once you start, you can't stop because you're like, oh, I could use this one, or I could use this one. I loved it. I had a ball
And
making these.
Michelle just brought up a whole nother idea. If
Uh-huh.
somebody is maybe like going through cancer treatment,
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of these would be great. Like
Oh
just a note
gosh,
to
yeah.
say I care.
Yes.
And there's You're My Favorite, and then the one about being braver and stronger.
Yeah, a hug is always the right size.
So there's thank you
Yeah.
so much. That is a great
Yes.
idea. So everyone
Yeah.
thinks they're adorable.
Thank
Katie,
you.
I think
It
you
was
did
fun.
it again.
Well, thank you very much.
And Janice's comment is, wow, how many cards can you add to your tracker now?
Oh,
That's a
Jan, I
lot.
didn't even think
Crafting-
about it.
Crafting more in 2024.
Absolutely, I'm going to count those.
We'll have to ask people for tracker updates.
yeah, we do
Maybe-
need to do
maybe
that.
next
we
week we
need
can
to
do
be
that.
crafting. Yeah,
So
I agree.
everyone's super fun cards.
Thank
Dawn
you.
says
Thank
Angie
you.
loved it.
Thanks.
Katie, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, and Annabella's going to make them for their Toronto Sick Kids Hospital card drive.
Oh, that's a great idea too,
So
because
isn't that-
you can get a
oh,
lot
and
done.
kids
in it.
relate to
Yes.
Winnie the Pooh,
Oh,
that's for
that's a
sure.
great idea. I love that.
So Katie, thank you. And Katie
Thank
came
you.
in, you guys, on her day off today to do
That's
this
okay.
for us. So we
Yeah.
appreciate that too.
You're welcome. I
have
was
a-
up. What else was I going to do?
Yeah, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
So everyone, have a crafty day. And stop in and see us if you're in the area. We would love that. Call us if you have questions or need help. And we'll be back tomorrow from Texas.
Yay.
So see you then.
Thank you.